I wasn't going to tell these jokes, but he brought up homeless people, and I used to work at a gas station, so I know a thing or two, right? I learned this from dating girls and meeting homeless people at the gas station in the middle of the night. Homeless people and pampering yourself have a lot in common. The first rule of homelessness and the first rule of pampering yourself is the same thing. Take care of your feet. That's a slow roller. Well, I'm sure you're not going to get much of this tonight, but it's okay. We'll have video evidence to show you tomorrow. I actually approach homeless people differently than Benji does, actually. I don't hide my change. When somebody's like, do you got change? I shake my pocket. I'm like, as a matter of fact, I do, and I keep walking. And then I Z-snap, because I'm bringing it back. Before I really get in tonight, I want to say thank you to Jeff and everybody here at Cattleman's. A lot of people don't know this, but the gas station I worked at was right across that street, so I know a lot of these faces in here, and I apologize already.
Thanks for all the beer, dude!
You don't remember, Morgan, but we met. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've sold you a few of those past the limit. Gotta make the money! Yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying, Morgan. I have a microphone. That means I'm in charge. Remember, Z-snaps. Anyway, big thanks to Cattleman's and everybody here. I love most of them. I'm not going to call out the people I don't by name because that's just rude. But tip your bartenders while you're up there. I really want to get started by letting you guys know a little bit about me. I feel like maybe not all of you know me. So we're going to start a little slow. First off, my name is Matt Evans. Jeff likes to call me Matt Adams. He actually posted that on Facebook, and I'm like, no guys, it's really me, it's not some other guy. My mom didn't believe me. Bitch. There's a lot of slow rollers in here tonight. I feel like you guys should probably drink a little more. And one on Morgan for everybody, he's buying around. His tab's open, right guys? Yeah. I want to get to know you guys too, because I feel like this is an opportunity that we could get to know each other a little better. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to say, my name is Matt Evans, and then you guys are going to tell me your name, right, okay? So my name is Matt Evans, and your name is? I didn't catch that. I don't think I thought this through. I think that's my big problem in life, is like, I just don't understand things. I'm trying really hard, but I just don't understand things. I feel like after years and years of studying, I feel like I finally started to understand girlfriends a little bit. Right, everybody's laughing right now because that's the joke, but no, I promise you, I think I figured it out. Girlfriends are, getting a quality girlfriend, getting constant good vagina in your life is like willingly taking on a debt that you know you're never going to be able to pay off. Right. It's like writing a check that you know your bank account is never going to have enough money to fill. And you don't get a statement every month. That would be way too polite. They tell you in other ways. They let you know that you owe them for like every day for the rest of your life. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. No, if I like it, I'm gonna keep a ring off it because I want to keep it around me, and I don't want it to bitch all the time, and I want to be able to go home. True story. I like it. For a long time, I didn't have time. I was working on the comedy, I was trying to write jokes to make everybody laugh, especially this drunk guy Morgan. It's really hard working in bars, by the way, because people like this guy, like the AA meeting guy. Surprise, Morgan, this isn't a comedy show, this is actually an intervention. We're here for you. Yeah. Yeah, Morgan. God. Oh, that's really terrible for my back. I took a train here because I'm poor. I'm doing this for free. Actually, the last time I did this, I lived in town. I'm from Kalispell here, which is pretty great because, you know, I usually get drinks for free because you know me. But I'm from here. I moved to Tacoma, and I just came back on a train. Jeff asked me to come back, and I love it here, so I came back to do the show for free. Actually, this one cost me money. This one cost me $150. That means I've made it. Yeah. I paid money to do this tonight. Yeah, I'm like, please let me. Cash. But yeah, having a girlfriend is like, it's a debt that you can't pay. It literally costs $1 vajillion. It does, it costs $1 vajillion. And I'm just not willing to pay that. I'm more into the payday loan kind of girls. They're not really worth it either, to be honest. But I can usually get it paid off in a month or two and be done with it. It's like pawning your laptop. Pawning or a laptop? Because I'm pretty sure you know what pawning is. I'm just saying. I don't make it obvious or nothing, but your wardrobe just screams. I have a hat on because I'm bald. And I didn't shave, and it's really rough. And now I don't want to put it back on because I'm holding a mic. So can you see me as I am, guys? We're going to be real right now. I've been really busy a lot lately trying to write a comedy show, trying to make jokes, and so I really haven't had time for a relationship. So I've just been relying on myself, which is okay, because if you want something right, you gotta do it yourself anyway. But I think I'm growing too attached. I feel like I formed a relationship with my right hand. Yeah.
You're not the only one.
Right, and she's possessive. That's the fucked up part. Wait, Z-snap. There we go. Oh well. She didn't do that right. She's way too white and from here.
Oh, really? Hey.
So yeah, I had a relationship with my hand at like I feel she's getting too possessive. Things were getting a little tight. And I thought I was gonna be the one to break it off, but you know what, I really liked having her around. We did everything together. And then she broke up with me, which was really awkward. Toughest Dear John letter I've ever got because I had to write it. Yeah. It's like I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Long story short, I find myself giving handjobs to black guys. It's weird. Just so awkward. Like the roofie wears off, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Hey, what's up? I don't know why I'm continuing it. This is probably weird, really weird for you. He's like, no dude, keep going. Another long story short, Tyrone is a really nice guy. Bought me Benny's. It was a grand slam. Let's see, what else do I want to do tonight? I make a lot of poor choices. That's a big problem in my life. This is probably a poor choice. But I make a lot of poor choices. I have a history of making poor choices. That's kind of my thing. I did drugs for a lot of years, like really heavy drugs. I tried meth once for 5 years. That was tough. Didn't even know time was going. Like, woke up 5 years later, had a kid, was married. I was like, what the shit? Divorce. I'm not tying myself down. I'm not a one-legged man. I'm an Adonis. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me. Doughboy. I think it's because I'm adorable. Like, I'm not attractive. I'm not like Brad Pitt attractive, but I kind of got an adorable thing going. Like, I'm just cute enough for the drunk girls to want to take home, but just ugly enough for them to send home before breakfast. Which sucks, because as a chubby guy, that's my goal. If I work that hard, I want fucking breakfast. I'm gonna throw my back out one of these days. It's not easy for us. Right, and it's tough too. Like, I never understood this. Like, I don't get it. Like, when I may be a chubby guy now, but you guys don't know this about me. I was a fat motherfucker growing up. I was 400 pounds when I lost my virginity. Right, I've always wanted to go back and refuck my first. Like, redo it, like do a do-over, Mulligan style. But honestly, I think I owe her an apology. Like, I got a hair on my tongue. I'm trying to feel if it's curly. That's the weird part about this. Where did that come from? I'm not beatboxing. I could though. I make poor choices a lot. I really make poor choices with my girlfriends that I date. That's why I usually stick to my hand. But I have this really cool method of getting around that when we break up. I like to give them bad guy movie names to make it easier to cope. Right? So like I've got Vader and Voldemort and Zurg. Those are the big three right now. Right, who are they? Everybody knows Vader and Voldemort. Vader, of course, being the bad guy from Darth Vader because she was black and had asthma. Voldemort is she who should not be named, and Zurg was the bad guy in Toy Story because she was 19. Right, yeah. And I don't know if you know this, but I have a lot of tattoos, and most of them are not in color, and that is because I tend to date a lot of 19-year-olds because they have no standards, none at all. And I can buy them booze. So, win-win. 19-year-olds with glasses are the best, right? I'm not because I'm into nerds, I'm into girls with poor vision. It works really well for me. I like it. But my tattoos don't have any color on them because whenever I'm dating a girl that's like 18 or 19, I'm 32, there's like a generational gap. Whenever things aren't quite going well for me, I just bring out a box of markers and I give them to them. I'm like, fucking kids love to color. Every time. Yeah. I'm like, sky blue, baby. Where's the sky blue? Her dress would look really pretty in sky blue. Keeps him busy for 20 minutes. Put on Toy Story, 45 minutes later, I'm still good. And I get to take a nap. I love it. Because her nap time is regular every day. Of course, guys. God, follow along with me here. I grew up in a really weird household. That's probably why I made poor choices, because I rebelled. My dad was a preacher. And like a weird preacher. Like he was really strict when I was a kid, but then he grew up and like became liberal. Like a liberal preacher is the weirdest thing ever. He's like pro-gay rights, but they're still going to hell. It's like, no, we can marry them, and then they'll burn. Weird stuff. My dad also has some of the weirdest things. I don't know where he got it. He grew up in West Texas, and he's always told me that this is where the shit comes from, but I've never been to West Texas, and I don't want to go, from what I've heard. Like one time, he looks a lot like Mario. He looks like this guy. Everybody thinks this is a Mario tattoo. That's actually a tattoo of my father. He really into red hats and overalls. And I learned everything I know about him. Or from him, not about him. I don't know a lot about him, except for what I'm about to tell you. But one time, I was up in the middle of the night, me and my friends were over, we're playing Monopoly, right? Because we're rebels, right? We're just hardcore like that. And we're playing Monopoly, and it's apparently too loud for this man, and he, like, kicks the bedroom door open, he's like in tidy whities, and he's like, if you don't knock it off, I'm gonna bury you outside with your balls up so the deer can eat your testicles. I didn't even know that was a part of their diet. And I watch a ton of Animal Planet. Like, I thought they ate berries and shit.
I did a rose after you.
Nobody? No, just a couple chuckles. It's okay. I don't need your validation. I'm already not getting paid to do this. My mom's a weird character too. She's like a textbook preacher's wife. Like if you look in the dictionary next to preacher's wife, it's gonna show my mother, and I promise you that's the absolute truth. That she's a worrier. She like worries all the time, and it's really bad when I live in the same area as her, because she'll hear a siren go by at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and my phone will ring. She's like, Matt, are you okay? I heard a siren. Are you out? What are you doing? I was like, yeah, Mom, I'm just railing coke and banging prostitutes left and right, making the big bucks, burning it all up my nose. And she's like, all right, be safe, as long as it's not you in the ambulance. It's really weird when I was over here, though, too, because she would still worry. She would, like, call me. She'd be like, man, I heard there's a fire in Montana. Are you okay? I was like, Mom, Montana's a pretty big state. There's, like, a lot of land that can burn before I'm going to be, you know, in danger. Not like an imminent danger. I'm more in jeopardy of, like, running into a deer than I am burning up here. Loosen up a little bit. My back hurts. Let's see, I can continue with my poor choices. I like to go to strip clubs a lot, which is probably not good since they don't make good money. I already told you I worked at a gas station, so I had to go to like the B-team strip clubs. Yeah, like they were not quality. They were not good. Not good. I walked into one, this just a couple weeks ago, I walked into one and I knew when I walked in that I should have turned around and walked right out. They were not putting dollar bills in ladies' underwear. I swear to God, it was nickels and bitches. Handfuls of change. Yeah. Didn't take long to find out they preferred unrolled. Something about the bruising the product. But if you've ever been to a strip club, I don't know, how many of you guys been to a strip club before? Yeah, how many of you guys are going to admit that you've been to a strip club? Same amount. I was hoping I'd catch some of you drunk guys on that. Yeah, but I went to one, like I was telling you, the announcers, man, if you've been to a strip club, you know the announcers, they try to make it sound really good no matter how bad it is. No matter how bad you know it is, the announcer is going to do his job, right? And this announcer, man, he was making his money that night, right? He starts off, he's like, she might be deaf, but she's not dumb. She's got 3 kids, but she cannot hear one. Welcome to the stage, it's Debbie. Out comes deaf, pregnant Debbie. We're talking like 9 months pregnant, stretch marks, Debbie. They don't even play music for the first 2 minutes, because honestly, what's the fucking point? She's out there doing her best though. She's like, you like that? No, you're not. The fucking sexy, isn't it? You like this? You want to pay me for this? Stage 2 fires up, and stage 2 is even worse, if you can believe that. Stage 2 is even worse, if you can believe that. Stage 2 fires up, and the announcer's back at it again, right? Oh god, that burned. What the fuck was that? Cheap, I'm sure. He's not buying high shelf shit, I can promise you that. Didn't your mama teach you if you have to bend over to get it, you don't want to drink it? Anyway, back to the strip club. This stage 2 fires up. Stage 2 is even fucking worse than stage 1, believe it or not. Stage 2 is like mother and daughter synchronized stripping. They got like toddler and tiara rejects going on over there. And the announcer, man, he's trying his best. The announcer's like, she's 5'9" and got a coke habit that could kill a horse. Welcome to the stage is the Kilo Cougar. Here's Caroline. Out comes this haggard old 55-year-old. Does this look like a haggard old 55-year-old to you? I'm trying to do my best, but my body just doesn't support it. And then it gets even worse. The announcer's back at it again. It's a Girl Scout that almost always puts out. Looky, you can see her cookie. Here comes Carlita. Caroline and Carlita are dancing over here on stage 2. Deaf Pregnant Debbie is over here on stage 1 doing her own thing. Before long, Deaf Pregnant Debbie is dancing in perfect rhythm to Caroline and Carlita's music. Nobody is fucking sure how this miracle is happening. My best guess is the baby has figured out what's up. Maybe it's tapping out a rhythm for mom to follow on. And then it gets really weird, believe it or not, it gets weirder. Deaf Pregnant Debbie hits the pole, does 3 spins and does the splits, and then that motherfucking baby does the splits. And you can see the fucking feet. What? I'm like, oh my god. That baby is clearly breech. I'm pretty